Hello, everybody. This is N. How is it? How are you doing? How go things? Is it good? Is it really good? Or is it great? Right now, E3 is going on as I film this, and there's big announcements for different things. So I thought, why not make an E3 themed thing and tell you my contributions to Nintendo from years ago. In 2014, January, I had an idea burst. It was idea after idea after idea, and I was seeing more, understanding more, being greater, greater, until the light ran out. And I went back home. So one of these things, while I was greater, was Google's Project Balloon, plus the idea, it's balloons, it's a play on words, like loon short for balloon, not loon short for zany or crazy. It's an idea where you go to countries that don't have a Wi-Fi or cellular network, and you give them that with balloons that float in the air, really high in the air, in the upper atmosphere maybe, and that's Project Loon. So one of my other ideas include satellites. The idea for satellites, low-flying satellites in the orbit of Earth, beaming internet. That's my other idea. I had Coca-Cola and Virgin, the company, invest in that. They invested $1 billion in it. That's how good of an idea my ideas are. And in the same time period, I also promised Nintendo something. I said, look, Project NX. I don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be great. I can promise you that it becomes something. It ultimately became the Switch, courtesy of myself. So fast forward to 2016, I believe. Could be 2016. And it's the summer of 2016. And I go on a mini idea burst. I have the idea for the studio computers. I have the idea for Bad Blood, the movie, featuring Jennifer Lawrence, about Theranos, featuring Adam McKay as the writer. That got sold as an idea package to Will Smith's company, whatever that company is called. They've been pretty shitty. I've called them about it. Hey, this is my idea. Talk to our lawyer. I talked to the lawyer. Actually, I talked to the lawyer's voicemail. No response back whatsoever. That could be considered absconding and complicity. That is, her being a criminal with the criminals. So anyway, the third thing I invented was the NX, the Nintendo Switch. How I did that, I knew the answer was in my hands. And I had an iPhone, I think a 4S at the time. So I looked at it. No, this isn't the way, I thought. Then I turned it on its side. And yes, idea goldmined. The white parts of the iPhone served as the Nintendo Switch controllers in the analogy that I was using, where I said, look, what if I could use this touchscreen as a controller? And from there, I talked, and the very next day, somebody in Japan, I believe, patented the Nintendo Switch. I told them, patent it quickly, otherwise somebody might steal the idea. And the ironic thing is that they stole the idea from myself. So I did talk about other things. I didn't just say, hey, that's the Nintendo Switch, the way it works. I talked about the dock. I talked about the SD card that needed to happen instead of spinning discs. SD cards are much better. They're more affordable. They're more all over the place. You can buy them anywhere, from Amazon to Walmart to mom and pop stores. So now let's trek back in time to 2014. What did I do then? For Nintendo, Mario Maker was one of my ideas. I said something like this, put a bookmark on it. All I want are bookmarks. And it was a stupid thing, but honestly, bookmarks are going to be a big thing. Not for literal books, but for the vision that I have for it. Picture bookmarking anything that exists through your phone. Normally you bookmark on websites. You go to a website, you bookmark it. You read a book, you bookmark it. But basically picturing having an AR phone and bookmarking different things. Actually, you could even do that simply with going to places. You can have it be that the phone knows your location. You can bookmark that location. You can literally go around a city bookmarking places you want to visit again. And actually, this could be a feature of Foursquare, or it could be its own original thing. I'm voting for its own original thing. Anyway, but this is how ideas happen. I talk when high in the light, and then I get more ideas. So, I may or may not have invented the idea of Splatoon. I remember talking about one of the most fun games. I challenged myself, I'm going to invent a game right now. I said, I haven't done this before. One of the most fun games growing up was GoldenEye 007. And it's a gun game, but I didn't want there to be another gun game. Plus, Nintendo couldn't compete with other gun games like Call of Duty. So why not actually purposefully make it younger? And that's where the idea for Paintball was born. Now, how much I contributed beyond the original inception of Splatoon, that's up for debate. But I know for a fact that I did contribute to it, as well as to Super Mario Run, as well as to Super Mario Maker. I just switched out his hat. And I know I said a spiel about Super Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as being, it has to be free world, open world. And Mario, I even recommended that it take place in a city. They followed me on that. And I try to call them, and the most I get is, hey, our executive says to hang up the phone and not to talk with you. Oh, okay. Really, Nintendo, that's what you're going to do? You're going to steal and then shaft? You rotten bastards. You rotten bastards, you.